Finding a chief guest today is one of the most difficult tasks. And in fact, during the last few ISACs, we had a number of ministers gracing us as chief guests. Even though Gateway is a little reluctant in inviting politicians, I thought I'll go through the ministries to find a good chief guest. So I went through the entire list of ministries, but found that there was only one ministry that was doing very productive work and taking the work even to international standards. And it happened to be Ministry of Crab. And here we are, we have Mr. Kumar Sangakkara as our chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, in Kumar Sangakkara, I believe it's a case study for every one of us. Firstly, to you, my dear children, I've done a little research about Kumar, and I thought I'm not going to speak about all the statistics which is freely available in the internet. At 11 years of age, he was the national badminton champion. Under 15, he was either number 1 or 2 in tennis. Throughout, he was within the first few in the class where academics is concerned. When he did his advanced level, he got an A for English literature. So don't be surprised when he makes speeches. And during that year, there were only 2 students in Sri Lanka who got A's for English literature. That's how he balanced his academics and sports. At the age of 15 years, his father had one day suggested, and told he wasn't that tall that time, that he'll be a good wicket keeper. I believe the father has had a lot of influence in what he did and suggested that he tries out cricket. And that's how he got into cricket fairly late. But whatever he did to his very best. And that's something that we all have to learn. And to balance everything that you do. For parents, my dear parents, from what I know, every time Kumar came up with a good performance in the classroom, the father apparently had said, there's so much more happening outside the classroom, you need to try it out. That's the reason he went from badminton to tennis to cricket and whatever he did. They never forced, but they encouraged and allowed the young Sangakkara to explore everything. Should we do that as parents? And finally, to us, the educators. Kumar entered university, entered the law faculty of the University of Colombo, and when he was in his second year, he had to take time off to represent Sri Lanka. He couldn't get the necessary 80% attendance. And unfortunately, the academics in law college did not allow him to take a break. It came to a point whether he had to play cricket or do law. Thankfully, he selected cricket. For that, we have to thank Kumar's parents and him. Imagine if the father said, I have a very lucrative practice in Kandy, a ready-made practice for my son. Cricket will not take him anywhere. He has to practice law. What a great loss it would have been for this country, not only for this country, for the entire world. Sometimes as academics and teachers, when children come late to class or don't come at all because of sport, we apply a lot of stress on them. We need to be a little careful. And therefore, requesting everyone, I would like to request everyone to think of this story and shape our lives accordingly.
Start off with thanking Dr. Alas for a very flattering introduction about myself, and I always find that since my retirement, everywhere I go, introductions keep getting rosier and rosier. And I think it is just a token of appreciation and gratitude for a has-been in the sporting world. But thank you. Dr. Jayasinghe, our guests of honor, Mrs. Paul Raj, Mrs. Vikramasinghe, Dr. Alas, and of course, all other principal of TISL, the faculty members, other distinguished guests, parents, well-wishers, and of course, most importantly, my dear students. Congratulations. Congratulations for what you have done today. Not for what you have achieved, because that goes without saying that you are the cream of athletes in your respective schools. But for what you have shown today is a celebration of talent and ability. ISAC, born out of necessity because of various barriers to all of you competing with regular local schools, has grown from strength to strength and has today become the breeding ground for some amazing athletes who have brought glory not only to their schools but also to the country. The latest of which I had the pleasure of watching, and Shalinda Jansen, I would like to say many congratulations on one of the most inspirational displays of athleticism that I have seen in recent times. We are all here to celebrate you. We have so many distinguished guests sitting here under this tent, under this marquee, but all we are here to do is to celebrate each and every one of you. You are in a very unique position as students and as the youth of our country. Today, I would like to take your attention to the lyrics of that song that was heralding the end of the day's activity. If my children are right, I have heard this song being played in the vehicle almost every day since the movie The Greatest Showman came out. And the line that says, "I have no apologies because this is me," I think is very applicable to all of you. For school is about the journey where you find yourself. And the whole point, be it on the sporting field or in your classroom, is to be the best that you can be. I know sometimes we get confused because when you're running a race or when I was playing cricket, sometimes you get carried away thinking that the whole purpose is to beat the opposition. Beat the person next to you. Yes, in an isolated race, in an isolated match, that will determine winning or losing. But in the larger scheme of things, in this great game of life, the whole point is not to be better than someone else, but to be the best that you can be. And that requires character and strength. It also needs honesty. And that is why these formative years are so important. because the influences of your parents, your siblings, your homes, and also your friends and your teachers at school inculcate very valuable values that will form the core of your being or the foundation of your life. Education is a great tool. Your university degree opens doors. What you choose to do afterwards in terms of a profession will be as a result of the skills that you have learned and developed throughout your years. But don't confuse your skill with your identity. Your identity is the most important thing, for it defines who you are as a person. And sport plays a huge part in that journey. But today, it is not about sitting in a classroom, it is not about sitting with your mobile phone or your laptop or your TV. You're out in the sun, forming real human bonds with others of your age, peers. And that interaction you can use to inspire yourselves to be better, to learn from each other. Sri Lanka has many moving parts. You have the young and the old. You have Buddhists, you have Christians, Muslims, Hindus. You have Sinhalese, Tamil, Malays, Burghers, Muslims. You can't live in isolation. All of us are connected. And you see that today. You're seated alongside your peers. And all of them are just like you, with hopes and dreams and ambitions. And you have a responsibility towards each other to ensure that along with your own success, you make sure that someone else succeeds along with you. I would like all of you to join me in one small exercise. Can you all see me? Yeah? How many fingers? 5. Your faculty has done a great job. 5. Right? I take or imagine only one part of our country, one moving part of our country. Right? Let's forget the thumb. Let's start with just the 4 fingers. Right? One moving part. Right? Use the other hand. Just one moving part, all of you together. Come on. Whether it's just the Sinhalese race, whether it's just the Buddhists. This is one. Yeah? Can you hear it? Very low. Is that another moving part? Right? Another part of our society, another part of our country. Right? That's 2. Yeah? Try the 3rd. Now add every part of our country working together. Come on. You hear that noise? That is the noise of what Sri Lanka sounds like when we all work together. And that is a great part of your responsibility. Forget what people before you have done. Just make sure that when you have the opportunity to address the generation that follows, that you have ensured that Sri Lanka, all of Sri Lanka, combined together, celebrates as one. Thank you.